Okay, I think we're good now. So I had to re-record this because yo stupid ass started on 1%. I was like being all confident and it's like boop, bye bitch. So I had to redo this joint, especially because I still haven't relearned like editing and stuff, but soon come. Okay, before we jump in, happy Father's Day. Kind of a big deal for me to say that because I don't remember the last time, if at all, I ever really embraced that. I was like the type like, happy Father's Day to my mom, la la. You know, which is totally appropriate still, in the sense that, you know, she did everything on her own. But yeah, I don't know if it's old age. Talk about, you know, an old dog learning new tricks, but I don't know. My dad's starting to come around. Things are kind of looking up in that sense. I honestly don't even remember the last time I called him for Father's Day or even saw him. Like, I don't remember that shit at all. So it's kind of funny that I went to see him. Like, typically I call him every year on his birthday, but that's about it. And you know, with Dominicans, it's they usually get a twofer. So like there's like the American Father's Day and then there's the Dominican one in July, kind of like Mother's Day. But both Mother's Day for Dominican moms, American and Dominican, is in May. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to kind of, you know, chop it up a bit, and you know, got to show him my new car and shit, which he didn't catch that part. I'll have to tell him next time. But I really like the idea of having like a black Jeep the way that he did back in the day. That was probably like my favorite car that I remember of his, because he made a good point to remind me that he used to be the type to like constantly switch out cars and shit. But yeah, I distinctly remember that one, and that one was like my favorite. So I don't know, thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, your girl is washed. I don't even know how I'm awake right now. Like, all I did was go and visit my dad at his job, and I literally bought like maybe like a handful of things at the market and went to the park, and I was like yawning all the way home. I'm like, yo, I'm done for the day. The fuck, like, why are people messaging me right now? Stop it. Anyway, let's jump in. So June 20th, 2001, Dear Journal. Well, I was rolling deep today because I was expecting a fight, but she didn't show up. So this is about Sandra. So just go back to yesterday's video if you want to recap. Rose was looking all nice because it was her 15th birthday, B-day, excuse me. That hoe. So I've been using the word hoe like for a long ass time. I have an upcoming video which I'm gonna break that down a little bit more, but can't nobody say like, you know, like, what the fuck, where does bitch come from with that? I've been saying this shit for the longest time. So yeah, so that was like me showing love to her, like looking nice on her birthday, my bestie back then. I went to the flats and Anthony brought Rose to the room with him. Toya was like, you know they talking about you, right? I was like, yo, shut up, man. He was begging Rose to hook us up. He was even on his knees. I was like, whoa, yo, but I ain't feeling him. Well, I didn't show up to Nathan's crib. Damn, Mike was looking mad good today. Oh well. So I've already brought up Mike, I think like once or twice since I've started doing the journal entries, and you know, we still kind of, I don't even know how we've managed to stay in contact throughout the years, but we have. And it's always like one of those things like, oh, we're gonna meet up. Never happens. I have not seen this kid in person since this time. So like 20 years. And like literally like up until like yesterday, like I'm still like in contact with this person. And it was always like, yeah, we're gonna meet up. Never happened. I had like the illest crush on this dude. Still have our picture together from 8th grade graduation. I just thought he was like the finest thing ever. Bueno. Yeah, I'm gonna just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut up. Boop, let me jump back in. So reread that. Damn, Mike was looking mad good today. Oh well. My hair is type blonde now because of my highlights. I'm mad tired. I worked overtime today. So remember, that was when I was working at McDonald's. My first on the books job. What else did I say? Let's see. Oh, although they sent this guy what is my luck today with recording? Oh my god, now I have to figure out how to edit because I just got cut off because of my fucking bedtime alarm. I hate everything right now. I don't know if this is like having to do with fucking retrograde about to end soon. Like, I need to learn more about that shit before I start like quoting all that stuff, but what the fuck, bro? Now I'm like messing with my hair. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really fucking annoyed. Like, first the phone dying, then 2 messages from 2 different people, now the fucking alarm. I'm really annoyed right now. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pick up where I left off, and hopefully I can figure out how to edit this before midnight. Kill me now. Alright, so although they sent this guy from, actually let me go back. So I'm mad tired. I worked overtime today. Although they sent this guy from Amityville's McDonald's to ours to help out, and he looked he looked goodish. I think what I meant to say, okay, and he looked good, shit. At first we wasn't talking, then we was flirting a little. I was like, yo, watch your ass, you gonna hurt me. He's like, I ain't got an ass. I was like, trust me, you most definitely do. And I definitely spelled definitely wrong. He's like, so do you. I was like, hey, at my job there's so much sexual tension, most of all with me because of the that's when I used to say the N-word. Anyway, I ain't gonna say that right now. And which I stopped saying that probably like a year after this, like shortly after this. Actually, not even a year. It was like 9th grade. So keep in mind, this is when like I was about like to graduate 8th grade. So I'll just say ninjas. So let me reread that. So at my job, there's so much sexual tension, most of all with me, because all the ninjas in me are mad cool. Yo, I was mad heated today, but eventually I cooled down. These stupid ass white kids walking up in there doing stupid shit. One was telling me, you better not put more or less than 2 cubes in my drink or I'll smack you. I was like, hold up, excuse me, who do you think you talking to like that? Cause you better not be talking to me. Then he shut the hell up and said sorry. I was like, yeah, Yo, and I forget about this, but I was way more like brazen, and I used to just be like, I don't know, I even though I feel like I still like struggle to advocate for myself back then, I definitely feel like I used to stand up for myself a lot more at different points. But because it's so funny that I would say that, especially at work. I don't give a fuck, but nah, I do, but I don't. Alright. Then he shut the hell up and said sorry. I was like, yeah, Then these stupid ass white kids that threw ketchup somewhere in the store earlier showed up with an officer talking about somebody stole their bike. They were only saying that after Quincy and his crew went after them for throwing that shit. Let's see. So when we told the officer the truth, who did she believe? The white guys, of course. I'm so tired of this racial shit. Well, trust me, I'll have more to talk about tomorrow. Till then, listen. And more shit's gonna come up the more I read stuff, and I am gonna address it as I go. But yeah, man, I mean, I've been talking about this shit since I was like little. Like, I'm like, why do like people in my country, like in Spanish, like, why do you say this word? Or like, I don't understand, like, why can't I be friends with XYZ? Like, oh boy, that's gonna be a deeper conversation. And I'll probably tie that into the whole shit with In the Heights, because I gotta tell you, I was really looking forward to seeing that movie, and just after hearing all the feedback and really like paying close attention and seeing like a recent interview with the director and one of the actresses, I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all are so full of shit, it's disgusting. And everybody sees right through your bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Because I understand you have to be careful about how you address things. It's a business. Like, I haven't looked into how much it costs to make the movie, but you know, regardless of what it is, a business, and it's like tough, because I do understand the argument too that, like, you know, we kind of all have to like do our part to support this, because this is like the first of its kind to be on this level, and you know, all of that shit. And I understand it, but man, like, it was really hard for me watching the movie and just seeing all the like the misses. And it's like, yo, my man, like, you should know better. Like, you from there, you know what I mean? Like, you may not be Dominican, but you don't have to be, you know what I mean? Like, you from there. Because like, even me being Dominican, like, I grew up with Puerto Ricans, Colombians, like Salvadorians, and yeah, I don't know this shit inside and out, but I'm sure I could ask somebody, and there's plenty of shit that I learned along the way. So it's just so much fucking bullshit when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm not one that shies away from that type of conversation. And like I said, there's gonna be some shit that comes up in these journal entries. And by the way, so friendly reminder, I have been changing names so that you have a difficult time, if at all, figuring out who the fuck I'm talking about from the past. So that's number one. And number two, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I haven't really skipped ahead. So a lot of the shit I'm reading to you is in real time. Like, not to say that it's been 20 years since I've read it, but it's been a long ass time, because some of this stuff is like surprising me as I go. So I'm really trying my best to not to have to re-record these, so that the reaction is natural and in the moment. But yeah, clearly retrograde got your girl today. But should be interesting. I got plenty more coming up. Ooh, I just randomly turned to a page and I had a poem in there. Oh wow. Okay, all right, y'all, they're in for it. And I've been thinking about this shit, because I do have journals all the way up until like, I think 2004. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this shit up the whole time, but at the very least, let's get through 2001. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of gems in there as far as just things coming up that I want to talk about that are relevant, because it's gonna be like the 20-year anniversary. So one being the Alicia Keys' first album, Aaliyah, and what else? 9/11. And I may have missed some other stuff, but I have journal entries for those days too. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing. And Lord, just pray for me trying to edit this fucking video. I'm so tired right now. I really don't want to redo it, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to edit it. So bear with me, por favor. Alright, y'all, stop talking your fucking faces off. This was a pretty fun one today. So deuces, mi amores, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.